What's up, guys? Episode number 15 of the Marketing Life podcast. This is your host, Taylor Timothy. Just to give you guys a little update on this online marketing course, it is coming together, but man, is there a lot of information. So it's taken some time here, but like I said, my goal is January 1st to launch that thing. So today on this podcast, we are going to be talking about how to cut your cost per conversion down inside of any type of ad, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Google, whatever you're doing with your paid advertising. We're going to talk about some tips and tricks on what you can do to cut your cost per conversion down. So let's dive in. So the first thing I want to go over with this little section on how to cut your guys' cost per conversion down, the first thing I want to go over is good visual ads. So yes, I have seen a lot of different ad types. Sometimes people shoot their ads on their phone, but a lot of times when you actually pull in production and do some higher production with your ads, a lot of times this cuts down your cost per conversion. So making sure that you have good visuals on the ad, good lighting, nice blurry background, etc. This is one of the big things to help cut your cost per conversion down. A lot of times people are like, well, maybe I don't have a huge budget to hire a production company to come in, but get on YouTube, guys. There's a bunch of simple tips and tricks on YouTube that can help you increase your production quality. Just making sure you have good audio, making sure you have just a decent DSLR camera that has maybe like a 50 millimeter lens on it. This is going to give you that blurry background look, and it's going to increase your production value drastically. So just out of your pocket, you're going to spend maybe $1,000 on good audio and a good camera. So this can definitely increase your visuals and your ads for your Facebook ads or whatever ads you're running. The next thing I want to go over is good ads that tell stories. So a lot of times your ads, they're simply boring. So I just saw a Facebook ad the other day that said, "Hey, message me." And to me, that is so boring. There's so many different ways out there that you can create more engaging ads that tell stories. So for example, one of the clients I'm working with, they're in a clothing line, and what we did to tell a story is we just demonstrated how the actual product worked. And a lot of times it tells a story and it's more engaging for your audience, your consumer. So just by increasing our storytelling with these ads, we were able to cut our cost per conversion down drastically. So definitely make sure you have some sort of good story to tell as far as that goes. The next thing I want to talk about is using a review-based ad. Now, you're probably like, what is a review-based ad? So if you can get a customer review and basically put that in your ad copy or use that review and record them on a video, a lot of times this will also help cut down your cost per lead or cost per conversion. I've seen this happen with a lot of different companies that I've worked with. So one time it was a carpet cleaning company, and we use review-based ads to retarget our audience or anybody that has come to our website. And using these review-based ads, it gave the customer more trust in the product and service that they were buying. So we went in and we went to the location of the homeowner and basically sat down and recorded videos with them and got them to give a review on the company. And so using review-based ads is definitely a way you can cut the costs. Now, if you don't have the ability to go video them, maybe on the ad you use just an image, and then in the body text above the image, you actually put the review. So this is a great way that can help cut your cost on your conversions down. So using review-based ads. The next thing, a lot of people don't think to do this, but just having reviews on your website. So as the customer is visiting your website, make sure you have reviews throughout your website. When they go to your landing page, again, make sure you have reviews on your website. Again, this goes back to creating credibility for you, your business, and everything else. The next thing is going over landing page optimization. Now, this sounds super technical, but the reality of landing page optimization is just making sure that your landing pages are mobile friendly and making sure that they load at a decent speed. Now, how you can test that, there's a bunch of tools out there, like on Google. You can Google them, like site speed tests and different things like that. But 95% of the time, what I've experienced is you're using images too big on your landing pages. So you're getting your images from your photographer, and what you're doing is you're uploading them directly into your website, and you're loading these images that are like 12 megabytes or even bigger now. You know, some cameras nowadays shoot like 42 megabytes. So you're uploading these large files onto your landing pages, and you're slowing down your site speeds drastically. And so if you want a little tip and trick on this, basically making sure your images are around 50 KB, so kilobytes, 50 kilobytes to 100 kilobytes max. Usually that's the sweet spot I found, where you can still get a nice looking image on your website and it still looks clean. So making sure that you do some landing page optimization. Keep your landing pages very simple. I promise you this will cut your cost per conversion down drastically. The next thing that we're going to talk about is doing split testing. So making sure you're split testing your landing pages. So this is going to give you more information on your messaging that you're using, what messaging is working, what layouts on your landing pages are actually working. So go out there and split test. Now you're going to say, Taylor, but split testing can be so expensive. It actually can be free as you want it to be. Google Analytics allows you to split test. So you can use Google Analytics to split test all of your content. So make sure you go out there and split test. Again, guys, it's free. You can split test for free. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars a month to split test. So go out there and start split testing. The next thing I want to talk about is making sure that for Facebook, this is a Facebook cutting your cost per conversion down, making sure that you have cells on your pixel. So making sure that your pixel has been getting cells. The more cells that your pixel's getting, the smarter it gets and the faster you are going to be able to scale. Depending on the product, obviously, you have to have a killer product for this to even be that much better. But getting cells on your pixel, making sure that they're getting leads on the pixel. So what I mean by that is after they fill out a form, they go to a thank you page. Now you are tracking this data on the thank you page. And so what's going to happen is on your Facebook ads, it's going to continue to get smarter. So to give you a backstory, one of my clients, they are an e-commerce clothing store. And one of the things that would happen when we first started, they are literally a startup, brand new website I built them, and we started running Facebook ads. When we first started, our cost per conversion was around $50 stinking dollars. But over time, since in the last 6 months, we've had this Facebook pixel going and we've been running ads consistently. Now we have got our ad costs down to $8. So just making sure that you're tracking everything properly is going to drastically help you cut your cost per conversion down. The next thing I want to talk about, and last and foremost thing I want to talk about, is doing testing your ads and figuring out what ads work. So to give you an example, again, back on this e-commerce store, when I first started running the ads, I was using video ads, and we were doing basic video ads with the dimensions of 1920 by 1080. And another thing that helped cut this cost down was this recent campaign. I said, you know what? I'm going to use the Instagram dimensions of 1080 by 1080, so using a perfect square. This is something else that has helped cut my cost per conversion down. So for a while, we were holding at $19 for our Facebook ads using the 1080 by 1920 dimensions. And basically using the 1080 by 1080, it took us from $19 down to $8. So going through and testing these things so you know exactly what is working for your business is super, super important. So just to give you guys a little recap again on this, the first thing you guys need to make sure you're doing is making sure you have good visual ads, making sure the ads are visually appealing. The next thing you need to do is make sure you're telling good stories in your ads. Have a good stage presence. The next thing is a review-based ad, using reviews inside of your ad. The next thing is making sure you have reviews on your website. And then landing page optimization, making sure you're not using too large of images on your website, making sure that site speed is fast, and also making sure it's mobile friendly. This is going to help you guys split testing, using Google Analytics to split test. And last and foremost, getting sales on your pixel. That's not the last one. But then the last one is testing your ads and finding out what ads work for your business. And the reason, again, I'm going to hit on this again, testing ads for your business. I've gotten different results for different industries using different styles and types of ads. Sometimes the 1080 by 1080 doesn't work for some industries. Sometimes the 1920 by 1080 is better for that industry. So there's not the perfect answer, but the right answer is to test and to continue to test. So that's going to wrap up this episode number 15, how to cut your cost per conversion down. More sales, baby. Peace. And that's going to wrap up episode number 15, how to cut your cost per conversion down. So basically, just a recap again, good visual ads, good ads that tell stories, review-based ads, reviews on your website, landing page optimization, split testing and getting more sales on that pixel, and split testing and testing your ads is super important to cut that cost per conversion down. Just a reminder, guys, my online course should be done by January 1st. That is the goal. I'm super excited. It's going to teach you guys everything from start to finish on how to build your website all the way to how to generate leads and sales for your business online. It's the system and process I've been using for the last 4 years with all the different companies and clients that I've worked with. I promise, guys, this works. It absolutely does if you follow this system. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. If you guys have any tips and tricks on how to cut your cost per conversion down, feel free to DM me on the Instagram or message me on my website. I'd love to hear them. So hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to smile today. Peace. Peace.